Lord have mercy. Good morning, y'all. I want to say on this lovely morning, you can't beat the Lord. I just have to say that. I don't know why I want to say that. You can't beat the Lord. You can't. You have to fall in line. Amen. So I just had to just say that. All right. We're here up early today, and I thank God for being here in this video broadcast with you all. We went live last night, and we talked about a lot of subjects. We talked about, all type of stuff. The whole Sukihana situation. I really want to add something else to the Sukihana situation. So give me a second while I add something else to. You come up. I want to add something else to the Sukihana situation. So I want to put her back on the picture here. I gotta say this because I was really laying on this. It was weighing heavy on my heart, and I was playing old interviews. You guys, I don't care if a woman is sitting down. She was on an interview, and she was talking about that she's, that she's very promiscuous and that she's the H word, and she been an H word. She's her mom been an H word. Her granny been an H word. I don't care. You still have to have the correct boundaries when you're addressing a woman. That to me do not validate you to do that. And a lot of times, a lot of people were in my comments and they were saying it was a mixed reaction. But as a man, I feel like we have to call out other men bad behavior. And when I say call them out, I mean by name. What YK Osiris did was very dangerous. Because it sent a sign to other young guys that it's okay to go and to kiss a woman without her permission. And it's not okay. That is a crime. It is not okay. And a lot of women, unfortunately, they don't really say nothing. Some women do, but a lot of them don't say nothing because they're going to get dragged. They're going to be called crazy. Oh, you like it. One comment that I saw, oh, he's so attractive. She knows she like it. You know what I'm saying? She's just playing a game for sympathy. But no, she was definitely embarrassed. She was violated publicly. And then, she puts herself in a box where because of the music that she made, oh, I can't really talk about this situation because of the music that I made. But that's why I come in as a man to say, we stand with Sukihana because it was wrong. Even when the host was so aggressive, you have to be very careful. That's why it's just best to interview them and really not talk about the bedroom, because even when that person is so aggressive in the bedroom, you also have, a person that will want to, dive into that subject matter. But it's difficult. I understand it because it's very difficult when you have a woman that all she talk about is her body parts. So what else can you talk about other than what she's saying in her raps? Well, you got to talk about her music. She's talking about eating a boy's behind. She talk about her yoni. So that have to come up. But I think you can do it tastefully. I really believe that you can do it tastefully. And even the DJ that was on Candy's podcast, I think he was very disrespectful to her as well, because he could have easily came out there and handled that situation very delicate. And Candy was put in a bad spot because Candy was pretty much trying to tell him to stop, but his aggressiveness as a man that couldn't control his hormones was doing too much. You got to be careful doing that. You could have been like, oh, I see you rap about this. Are you that way in the bedroom? You could ask about that, but just saying, hey, I want to lick it, I want to do that. But then he also showed a video of her of him her allowing him to rub her feet. But we have to be very careful, brothers, because again, you have to be very careful because you're treading on very dangerous grounds. It is a lot of brothers out here that have lost opportunity just off an allegation. I'm going to say it again, just off an allegation of assault, of being an R word. They lost deals, lost money off an allegation. We don't even know if it's true or not, but just the allegation and the optics of the situation, brothers have lost opportunities. But then you also have brothers that are actually victimizing women at a very alarming rate. And when you put black women in the spectrum, it's even worse. And then the statistic is very alarming. But if you really get all the women to come together and speak about how they were, assaulted, that did not report it, the numbers would be even more alarming. So we have to be very careful as brothers, uplifting and covering up for brothers like YK Osiris that's doing this to women. Because if he did it to her, how many more women have he done this to and laughed about it? You understand? Because many people think, oh, I'm attractive, I'm a celebrity, oh, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? And he laughed about it. And that does not make you a man. That makes you a coward. Because a true man always respect women. They are gentlemen. They don't go up to the women and automatically, you know what I'm saying? Give me a second. They don't go up to the women and say, hey, let me just take this from her. No, a man with class will always be respectful to a woman. I'm going to say that again. A man with class will always be respectful to a woman. A man with class, a man of standards. The problem is a lot of these young brothers, they have not been trained how to be a man. And being a man to this day is always being respectful to women. Understanding boundaries. That's something that you should have been raised as a little boy. And it's no excuse because you are a celebrity. If you don't know, go out there and get some training. There's many good mentors that you can look up to. But it's not cool to do what you did. And yes, he apologized. And Sukihana's mother came out and trashed the apology and called it crap, a piece of crap. So this is really sad. And all of the media outlets is really dragging it. And now you see groups that are stumped down, Me Too times up. They're now starting to say things as well. So you have to be very careful. It's very dangerous. And so any type of deals that this brother could have possibly had, he's pretty much tarnished. No groups, no networks, no products, no, anybody want to work with a guy that has got that label on him that he loved to go out here assaulting women. So we are definitely going to keep you all updated about the story, but I had to bring this up because it's heating up on the blogs. It's very heating up on the blogs. Sukihana's from Florida, South at that, close to where I'm from. It's very common for females to talk, but they don't mean what they say. It's just part of the culture. It's part of the culture. And as I say, I believe she's a very wholesome woman in her personal life, private life, but her public persona is to be aggressive about the body parts. That's only how you get noticed as a woman. We don't really promote, women of class, of standards, of don't talk about their body parts. We call them boring. Oh, you tired. You ain't with the times. It is what it is. Just like, we was just watching Keke Palmer interview. We was watching Keke Palmer interview today on Jason Lee podcast. And I was watching it this morning before I start the show. You don't see that particular video going viral. Why? Because she ain't talking about her body parts. She's literally talking about her career. And ain't nothing about her private parts, right? Talking about being a mother, talking about being but then you see Sukihana interview, hundreds of thousands of views because of the subject matter of what she's talking about. So a lot of brothers out here are saying, well, she's inviting that energy to her. I've known some sisters that never invite that energy to them, and they still get assaulted. They're just as calm, they're holy, they're church, they're minding their business, they're classy, and they still get assaulted. They still get harassed. And they're not out here, twerking or showing their undergarments or showing their private parts, and they're still getting violated. So you can just be that whole theory. That's the same theory people would say about brothers that get pulled up by the cops. Oh, be professional. It's some brothers that was very professional and still lost their life. They put their hands on the wheel. They said yes sir, no sir, and they still was gone. They still was deleted. Because if you still got an evil person, it doesn't matter if you were polite. If that evil spirit want to take you out, the evil spirit want to take you out. So this whole narrative that women should be wholesome, put on long skirts. You can put on long skirts, and women will still be a brother out there that still think it's okay to aggressively go and put their lips on this woman's lips. There's no telling that person could have had a virus. You don't know where his lips have been. Could have been on P. Diddy, could have been on another man that infected Ping. You just really don't know. But it was wrong. And I constantly got to talk about this because people are putting it out there. And then a lot of people, unfortunately, is putting the blame on her. Typically, when Black women go and get victimized, they put the blame on the woman. In this particular case, this ain't not something that happened behind closed doors. This is something that happened out in the open, so you could come to a conclusion. What he did to her was completely wrong. It was out in the open, clear as day, out in the open. And then when he kissed her, he just walked and started laughing. Literally went up to her and started kissing her and literally started to laugh. And then once he got the backlash, okay, now you want to apologize because your career is in jeopardy. Now you want to apologize because she can sue, she can press charges. Multiple lawyers are reaching out to her. Everybody's and this have literally boosted her career to not only just be the poster child of assault. You know what I'm saying? They would use her, especially a lot of white liberals would use her because they, even though they probably won't stand up for her like that, but they would use her celebrity to further their agenda about this whole Me Too Time's Up situation. So I'm praying for Sukihana because number one, she's hurting right now. She's embarrassed and she's getting dragged. Because typically when a brother commit vicious crimes, other problematic pick-me Black women will defend that behavior because they always dealt with guys all in the neighborhood that aggressively touched them, hit on their butt, never respect them as women. So they come and they develop that behavior on the internet and say, well, he didn't do nothing wrong. She got what her deserved. She shouldn't be talking about that. No, she did not get what she deserved. What happened was wrong, and it was illegal, and it was unjust, and it was unethical to see that behavior displayed in a public space. Even this is even treacherous to see it in private space, but to see this so public and for him to do it and be so calm about doing it, he done that behavior before, and it haven't came out yet, but it will come out, and you will see about this situation going out. And I don't care if nobody else defend her. As a Black man, we must defend her because that's my sister, and that's wrong. And I wouldn't want that to be to any of my sisters to go through this. And I stay silent, because you're silent. If you're silent and you're just approving this behavior, no, we must speak out and against this behavior. It is wrong. I think that he should be charged. I think that he should be arrested. I think he needs to sit down. I think he needs to learn his lesson because if you don't teach him an example of this, what he did, he's going to do this again because he was so comfortable in doing it. He was so sneaky. He was just very comfortable, just went up and put his lips on her. And a lot of women that go through these type of behavior with guys of power do this things to women. And then they want women to be silent. Then you have people like Meek Mill that one day he want to be pro-Black and conscious about, the injustices of the criminal justice system. And then he go right back to that weird hood behavior. Oh, he's a young kid. No, he's not a young kid. He's an adult. He's an adult. And if he would have done that to a white girl and that white girl would have went to her parents, he would have been locked up today. So all this whole behavior is he's a kid, and which is a whole base of life. A 24-year-old is not a kid. That is a grown man, a full grown man. He is 24 years old. He is not 14 years old. He's 24. So again, you can't do that at all. It is wrong. It needs to be called out. And I'm glad that he's getting dragged. I'm glad that Black women, not all Black women is against Sukihana. They're in the tweets. They're commenting. Thank you to the Black women that are supporting me for standing up. They said, some Black women said, it is so refreshing to see a Black man stand up for a Black woman. That's an honor to do that because typically a lot of Black men would say, oh, that's okay to do that. That's applauded. And then when things happen to a woman, they always try to go back to her past and discredit her. Oh, she did this. Okay, whatever. But we're talking about what happened to her at that basketball game. That is the subject. The subject is what that brother did to her was completely wrong. And that needs to be called out. This whole judging her about her body parts, I'm all fine with women talking about and rapping about their bodies. I think it's liberating. I think that brothers have always talked about their pain, about how they make women squirt, about having the H word, having H words around them, thoughts, whatever the type of words that describe about women. And we applaud that behavior and we rally behind that. But when women say, okay, I want to monetize about my body parts, oh, it's a problem. No, women should be able to talk, liberate, talk about the power of their body, the power of the P, the city girl era. They should be able to talk about them as well and show their art about their body, the same way brothers out here have been doing since the beginning of time, talking about how they aggressively in the bedroom and how they get on Percocets and make the yoni jump, whatever lyrics that they come up with. But women should be able to have that same honor and respect to do what they have to do to talk to rap about that. But that still doesn't excuse you as a man to go up to that woman just because she rap about her body parts, that you could just go up to her and start kissing her. That's wrong. And it doesn't work because she did not give you permission to do it. She was embarrassed. And now she's hurt because she really can't speak up because people are going to drag her about her past and about what she did musically and about the lyrics that she made. So that's why she have to sit here and just be completely silent and don't say a word, have to deactivate and getting dragged because the Black community typically, in this particular case, some of the women are really rallying behind YK Osiris because of how he looks, and he is a man of power and a celebrity. He may not have $1 in the bank, but he have clout, and women will rally behind that. And that's just how that goes. But again, we're standing against it. It was wrong, and I don't care when people are putting a narrative, oh, because of her behavior. No, just because she rap about that doesn't excuse anybody to assault a person, period. All right? Even strippers, they strip. That doesn't give you the right to take advantage of that stripper and to, aggressively kiss her. No, she give you a lap dance. That's the boundary. That's it. I'm going to give you a lap dance. That's it. That doesn't give you the right to start kissing me on my body, tongue kissing me, aggressively, forcefully injecting your flesh inside my flesh. Like, no. Inside my womb, no. That does not excuse that behavior. And so we must speak against that behavior and must call that behavior out. And that is why we are doing that in that type of way, because, again, we cannot play no games when it comes to stuff like that. We can't play these type of games. 1,000%, we can't do it. We will not do it. We will always call that behavior out, period. All right? Don't play no games like that. If you are the type of woman that is dealing with this behavior, you have to speak out to change the system. Being silent, you keep giving more oxygen to the system. Your voice actually drains out the oxygen and to change the system. More women need to start speaking out against this type of behavior because typically women go through this and they suffer in silence. So hopefully Sukihana do speak up about it. I do believe she will do interviews about it. Now, if she do an interview about it, they're going to ask her those questions. At first, it was just asking her a question about her body parts, about her music. Now that is going to be up for a discussion. And now she's not just going to get urban blogs to talk about it. Mainstream outlets are going to put her on mainstream outlets because it will be people that want her to be the poster child of Time's Up and Me Too. So she definitely are going to be on more mainstream. You will see her on Tamron Hall. You will see her on all these type of platforms talking about this. Of course, you'll see her on the Breakfast Club. But that she will be diving into this situation. And I can guarantee you she's going to probably share something that we never heard about her experiences, about how brothers have treated her in the industry. So I'm interested to hear her side of the story. And we are praying whenever she get the courage to speak up about what happened to her, I will be there to support her and to stand in her corner because she deserves to be respected. All women deserve to be respected, no matter how they rap or sing. They does not deserve for you as a man to aggressively come up to them and starting to do things without their permission. Always, brothers, get the permission before you start kissing, period. All right? Period. Okay. Now, I just had to say that. All right? If he did that in public, imagine what he does behind closed doors. I say that. Candy from Escape was laughing about the man that was after Suki on her pocket. She was laughing. What he did was wrong, but she was too wrong for twerking. Yeah, but again, I'm not gonna get into in her past into that situation. I'm just not gonna get into her past when it comes to that situation. Absolutely not. I'm not gonna get into her past when it comes to that situation. No, I'm speaking about the subject today. The subject today is this man aggressively doing what he did to her. That is what I am on, period, point blank. I am not about to talk about what she did in her past. What she did in her past. I'm not going to get into that. What I'm getting into is today, what happened at that basketball game, period. That is a subject. That is what's in the news. That is what's being dragged. That is what's being talked about. And that is what needs to be addressed. Let's focus on that subject. That subject is where it needs to be addressed. Okay? That was wrong. And that's very illegal. That is illegal to put your lips on somebody without their permission. When man on woman, man on man, woman on woman, you can't do that. You cannot forcibly go up to a man or a woman, invade their space, and start kissing them without their permission. That is illegal. It is illegal to do. You will be charged if you do that. Okay? She pulled away. You see it in the video. It's illegal to aggressively come up to a woman and say, "Okay, let me come up to you right now. Okay, let me come up to you." And you can't do that. You can't do that. That was wrong. And a lot of times these celebrities are so thirsty, like Osiris, for attention, that you were willing to break the law to get it, because nobody was really talking about you. They don't talk about your music. And when you were being discussed a couple of months ago, you were being discussed of being Diddy Boy Toy. Yeah, when you were being discussed a couple of months ago, you were being discussed of being Diddy Boy Toy. So I think he was tired of those rumors. And then I think his baby mama actually said that he is gay. He's down low gay. And I think he's trying to cover it up by, let me go to the biggest woman that talk about her body and let me start slobbing her down to get my street cred up. But you broke the law. So hopefully she press charges. I would press charges to send a signal. But you just can't come up to women and start kissing her. Okay? You cannot just start massaging a woman, start massaging and all that. You can't do that. You gotta have, and women, you can't come up to a man and do it either. You gotta have respect for your other human, your fellow man. Your fellow woman. You cannot come up to a woman and aggressively take advantage of her. That's wrong. And that's why it's disturbing me to a sense, because the narrative is they're dragging Sukihana and literally allowing the woman that was the victim, making her not the victim and making Osiris the victim. And they're trying to paint this picture, well, he's just a kid. No, absolutely not. He's a grown man. He made a grown man decision, and it was a wrong decision, and it was also illegal, and it was a crime what he did to her. It was a crime. And so we stand by her, and we will continue to speak about this subject when more information comes, because it's just needed. It's really, really needed. And I had to stick on that. All right? Okay. Now I had to do that. Also, let's get into this other subject here. Now, y'all know who Mr. Beast is. Do y'all know who he is? He is he have more subscribers on YouTube, period. Millions, hundreds of millions of subscribers. He's the most subscribed channel on YouTube. Makes millions of dollars a month. Mr. Beast does a competition, multiple competitions on the show. But apparently he did a competition on he's taping a competition. Multiple of the contestants were injured. Seriously injured. We heard reports, shout out to TMZ, they reported about multiple injuries. We also hearing that taping have resumed. A couple of people are taking legal actions. He does have insurance. I did hear about that. He does have insurance, so he will have to pay out of some settlements, because a couple of the contestants were injured. A lot of people love his channel because, like I said, his demographic is. Sometimes I watch his show. He have a great product. I believe it's refreshing to see. Also, I love to watch his content. It's inspiring. Most of his content is now he can able to fund it, and get multiple cameras, productions. It's all type of things he's able to do. He don't just do content. He don't do content in his home talking about celebrities. No, he's have a worldwide view of this type of situation. Like he just have a worldwide view of this, and so most people like him. When you do those shows, you sound like the release forms, and of course you have to have insurance because sometimes those competitions will go wrong, and so you want to make sure that you're insured if somebody were to get injured, so you can pay it back. Most of the competition show, like when you go to these competition shows, when you're jumping off a building or when you're eating weird stuff or if you choke, then most of those places have liability insurance. So if anything comes up, you're pretty much you're suing the insurance company. So he's pretty much good in that regard, and I don't think he's going to lose any respect because now that some of the contestants were injured, more people are going to tune into the video. I'm even interested once that video drops. It's going to be more eyeballs to the product, and that's going to help him get more money. I believe this probably will be one of his most viewed videos in a long time. And he gets on average millions of views, right? Millions, literally millions of views. And like I said, I am a fan of his work. I like to see what he does, like how he built this, how he helped people and all this. It was another YouTuber. He decided to run for mayor in the UK, I believe in London. Believe so. So I love to watch that type of content, you know what I'm saying? Outside of just watching celebrity content. Like I don't watch it as much. I typically watch other things. Like I don't really watch other YouTubers. Like even with the Sukihana piece, I could just look at the title and see where you're going with it. Because some people just give it away what they're talking about in the title. So I don't have to really click their videos. Sometimes I really don't because I want my opinion to be. And sometimes you will get the same opinion because some topics you talk about, you will get the same opinion. But Mr. Beast is somebody that we should look up to. But I also would love to see more African Americans, get into that space where they're getting hundreds of millions of subscribers as well. It's challenging because of the marketplace, but it can be done. And I would be the first. No problem. Would be the first to do it, to be the most subscribed ever on the platform and be black. So I definitely would do it. And it's room at the table in the marketplace. It's a lot of room at the table. And I don't see myself, and when I look at Mr. Beast, and it's like, I don't necessarily see myself just doing commentary. And I think like you just put yourself in the box. There's so much that I want to do as a creator instead of just doing commentary. You know what I mean? Like it's so many ideas I'm not going to put out there on the street that I want to do outside just doing commentary. And I will do more than just sitting outside talking about everybody else. Actually do other things like Mr. BC does. When you go there, it's an adventure. It is a journey. He's really giving you original type of content, more so like on a television type of production he's giving you outside of, let's talk about Cardi B. Let's talk about her got her new kitchen. Who's the best, Cardi or Nicki? Like it's a lane for that, but nobody in this commentary space or nowhere near close to the prestige of Mr. Beast, to the numbers of Mr. Beast, to the money to Mr. Beast, because we put ourselves in a box because it's a certain box, and then everybody's in this marketplace just doing that. And so how many more times can we talk about the celebrity to be really original and different? Because we're talking about the same person, right? And sometimes we talk about the same person almost every day. But when I look at Mr. Beast, I'm like, I'm seeing something totally different. It's a refresher to see, like, it's an adventure. Like when you tune into his product, most of y'all never heard of him because y'all don't watch white YouTubers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just watch the black ones. Y'all just watch the T channels, and that's fine. But YouTube is such a big, a big platform with so many people on it. It's such a huge platform all over. It's a huge platform where multiple different pieces are on this platform. And if you really take time to really get outside of the T sector, you will really run into some great YouTube. I mean, the financial sector and all the business sector. I mean, the makeup sector. Like, it's so many sectors that is on YouTube outside of just the T sector. And I love to, because sometimes I just watch so many other type of topics to get ideas, to be encouraged, to you know what I'm saying, to see so much outside of just the T sector. So I like when you go on my homepage, it's typically different. Yeah, you see the black channels, but you also see a lot of white channels I watch, Korean channels like the mukbangs. Like I watch all type of, I'm just a fan of the product. And so even when people say, I don't like to watch this YouTuber. So what I typically does, if I see a video I don't like, I say, don't recommend that. So many other people, their channels don't get recommended to my homepage because I just don't want it on my homepage because I don't want to watch it. Even when people are trying to bait me for me not to be provoked to do it, I just say don't recommend this. So it just I don't have to see it. Because what I've learned in this business that is not what people if you want to die out of beef, go completely silent. Period. If you seriously want to die out a beef and you don't want you want to come if you don't want people not to be in a beef with you, just don't give it any energy. If somebody drag you, you just go completely silent and they're gonna move on. They're not gonna stand here, they're not gonna continue to do the videos that they literally are gonna they literally gonna move on. They're gonna be like, oh well, he said this about you or she said this about you, and you don't give it, and then they move on. They literally move on. Now, but if you let's just say for instance, like, okay, I'm going to address it, then it becomes bigger. Then you introduce it. But if you don't want to give it no energy, you don't have to give it no energy. You could just completely silent. And I do that for in some cases. Like I don't worry about it. And also I tell people when you do YouTube, and if you're trying, and I tell this people all the time, when you're trying to do something different on your channel, it's best to get a regular job because you may take a hit financially. So get a regular job. And like when I look at Mr. Beast, I'm using that as an example. Say for instance, hey, I want to try something different on my content. But if your views drop and that's your only income, I would tell you what works for me, I get a regular job. So just in case if the check just go low or just it ain't, really hitting like that, you got something else to supplement that income. Because whatever you do, it takes time to grow to be what you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Because you try out different things to see what works. And I've already done that consistently. Doing different things to say, okay, what sticks, what works, and then you look at the analytics, then you go over with the team, and then okay, let's try this. But always have something else to fall back on, and that's why I love that I can go back into the marketplace and work a regular job, just in case if I want to drive and everything. Because I personally, for me, a lot of creators, they want to try something different, but they check it this way, and they don't want to take that risk of losing. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to take that risk of losing the viewership and to lose that money. So that's why they get stuck in this one particular place, because YouTube is their only income. And if they lose a lot of views, they check as low, and some of them live this very expensive lifestyle that their expenses is about $10 to $15,000 a month. So you got to make sure you do it. So sometimes you be like, damn, I'm so tired of talking about this. But that's what pays the bills. That's what keeps the lights on. That's what keeps you accustomed to your lifestyle. But I think with Mr. Beast, and then also I'm gonna just say the elephant in the room, he's not black. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things he's able to do, it's a market for that. It is a market for that, and people will support it. And then also we do have successful black YouTubers, but they're not the most subscribed. I don't like to be a person. Oh, this is the most subscribed black YouTuber. Like I want to be the most subscribed YouTuber. Period. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like to literally be the most subscribed YouTuber. Period. I don't want to be. It's introducing Wiley, the most black the most successful black YouTuber. No, I want to be the most successful YouTube. Period. Don't put a race in front of, because if you put just black, then you are telling me, well, you good, but you ain't good enough to Mr. Beast because you're black and you got less. No, I want to be the best stream ever, and that's why I think that I look up to Kai, because him on Twitch, he's literally the most streamed person on Twitch. He's the most Twitch. So I don't say, well, he's the most black. No, he's the most streamed person on Twitch. Period. You don't have to put a race on it, because when you put a race on it, it's like you're diminishing his success and then saying, well, he ain't better than this. No, he's the most streamed. There's no need to put a race on. He's the most streamed person on Twitch. Period. So I think that's something like Mr. Beast need to be looked up to, and also looked up to that type of person. But he's not a YouTuber. Like Kai have got into the marketplace of Twitch and making a killing on Twitch. He's the most streamed person. He actually won an award for being the most streamed person on that particular platform. And in YouTube, you make even gigantic more money on YouTube because of the replays and because of the endorsement deals. Like, you know what I'm saying? But do Kai get as enough of the endorsement deals like Mr. Beast? No. because that's the biases of the ad agencies, right? A lot of them are still outdated. They don't want to give us a lot like that. So you have to really fight as hard to get those big bucks. Because a lot of times Mr. Beast don't even spend any of his Google AdSense on his product. He's pretty much spending stuff outside of YouTube. YouTube is just one engine for other multiple bags that are coming on as well. So we talked about home on the website. There's a whole video because Kai wasn't paid like other people, and that's true. And that's like the whole conversation. Yes, absolutely. And he was not. It was a video when he did the 24/7 live stream. He did 24/7 on Twitch, 24/7, and he don't even get. He only got about 2-3 million. But how much did Twitch get? You know, if he got 3 million that month doing 24/7, how much did Twitch get? I guarantee it was more than 3 million. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so we posted Mr. Beast on our website because I was saying to the team, I said we're not just going to just talk about Black stories. We're going to talk about all stories. If it's a good story, it's a good story. If it's juicy tea, it's juicy tea, and we're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to put ourselves on a box. We're going to talk about whatever is trendy, and Mr. Beast is very trendy because he's out there, and it's a lot of people that follow his product. And there are fans of his product. Like you go to his page right now and just type in his page. Let's give me a second right here. And give me a second. I want to put this in here. You go, Mr. Beast, right? You go to his YouTube page. He got 160 million subscribers, 160 million. And one of the videos he did 2 months ago was 185 million views. 4 days ago, 87 million. 2 weeks ago, 126 million. 1 month ago, 85 million. Another video ago, 146 million. Did a video last year. He did the 456,000, which is one of the Squid Games in real life. That got 439 million. Okay. So, I mean, you know, and so that's why sometimes I take a break from this particular sector because we fight on, oh, you didn't have 1,000 in the chat. You know, we remember that. Oh, you don't have a million subscribers, but then you look at Mr. Beast like it's small pebbles, and that's why I'm trying to kind of like change my mindset. I'm like, no. I don't just want to have 1,000 people in the chat, baby. I want to have 800,000, 3.5 million watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just put myself in this small box, and that's why you have to watch people outside of your market and see how it is. And of course, you study the people that is in this market, yes, but then you also look outside of it too to get some inspiration as well. And so that's when I looked at his channel, I was inspired. I said, oh my God, this is really great. You know what I'm saying? Because then I look at my competitors here in this sector. I said, no, none of us are getting nowhere near close to those numbers, and not even the big ones. You know, you could put us all together and he still outdo us hundreds of millions to one. When you compare all of us in this particular sector. So when I looked at that, I said, oh, it got to be something better. It got to be something better. So that's why I was looking at his channel and really taking a look at it. And most of y'all, do y'all watch his channel? I don't know if y'all watch Mr. Beast's channel. Be honest, press 1 if you watch his channel, because it probably ain't your cup of tea. But press 1 if you watch his channel. Let me see where y'all at. Press 1. Sometimes let me go on my YouTube comments, because sometimes it's a little delay on here. Let me go to my YouTube comments here. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna go to my YouTube comments because it's a little bit not a delay here. All right, here we go. Okay, press 1 if y'all watched Mr. Beast. Press 2, you never heard of him. You don't watch him. Press 1. Press 2, you don't watch. Press 2, you don't watch. All right, press 2, you don't watch. 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 Press 1, you watch. Okay. Okay, press 1, you watch. Press 2, you don't watch. Most of y'all don't watch. Press 2, you don't watch. All right, we got 2. Yeah. Two people in the chat said their kids do. Press 2, you don't watch. They said 2, but I know who he is. They heard of it, but you don't watch his product. Press 2, you don't watch. Okay, I said my kids and husbands do. Okay, I'm looking in the chat. Press 2, you don't watch. Press 1, you watch. I want to see where y'all at. Okay, give me a sec. Yeah. All right. All right. Okay. They said my husband, my kids and husband do. Okay, I see that in here. All right. Okay. So that's just how that goes. So I just had to bring that up, y'all. Okay. Now let's go to our other subject here. I just had to talk about that. Shout out to Mr. Bees. Okay. Now let me see where else were we going here. I got to talk about Lil Meech and I got to talk about Summer Walker. So we talked about this on the website on waterthetroll.com here. And make sure y'all go check it out, the website. But I'm not shocked that he's cheating on her. I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. I don't know why people are surprised because his daddy was a cheater. So, of course, he's going to cheat as well. That's all that he know. And so a lot of people are saying that, she deserved it, and you know what I'm saying. But if you go to the website, they said Lil Meech cheating on Summer Walker again, and the side piece confirms it with receipts. Okay, the side chick actually posted the receipts and said, "Hello, sis, welcome to Toronto." Okay. I said, I don't know how y'all know each other. And I believe this is Summer Walker. Let me go up to brought you exclusive Summer Walker and Lil Meech dating now. Unfortunately, we have to bring you the latest on these two. A woman was on live singing and having fun with one of her fans. Noticed she's wearing a Lil Meech BMF chain. Next thing you know, the blogs get a hold of the picture. The woman then reached out to Summer Walker to explain that the bodyguard of Lil Meech gave her the chain to put it on so that she could, in other words, floss a little. So she reached out, said, "Hello, sis, welcome to Toronto. Hello, how do y'all know each other? Hey, love, this is the side chick. Hey, love, first off, I'm a huge supporter of me and Han. Don't know each other at all. My apology if you feel disrespected. I can take the videos down if you like. I'm not that type of woman, me and him." Okay, she had a typo. But Summer Walker responded, "You don't have to take them down. But if y'all don't know each other, how you in with his chain on?" She also said it was such a random night, but I ran into the security and just asked to try it on. Meech and I didn't even have a conversation. Stop sending me the ish. It's dead. I had no conversation with Meech. Oh wait, this way. She said Meech and I didn't have a conversation on God. Then Summer Walker said, "So you happen to be in the car? No conversation. I had no conversation with me." Okay, I'm saying no. So how you get in the car? LOL, with no conversation. I spoke with security. I was in the car with security, him or just security, only security. Okay, so then the article goes to say, well, some are asking questions and the story just didn't make sense at all. Now, we all have seen Lil Meech with security. We have always seen him with the chain on that's bigger than his body. I just can't for the life of me see him taking it off for the bodyguard to hold. But Summer Walker seemed to believe her man, and as usual, like she have done with all her men, she's standing beside him. Later, the female texted her IG story and spilled the beans that Meech was with her. Lil Meech even asked her to lie. Summer, you got to be crazy. But anyway, take a look below. Then this is the one of this. I think Lil Meech said this. Okay, I could do that. Can you make the post clarifying that it's not me in the club? I appreciate it. And then the side chick responds to Lil Meech, "I'm gonna just say that you're friends because I don't want them doing no extra ish. I'll cash up you." Oh wait. Okay. So no, then he responded to the side chick. He said, "I'm gonna just say that you're friends because I don't want no like I cash up you for making the post. Please do it ASAP." And then the side chick said, "LOL, I'm not ugly, first off. Um, um, second, the security definitely got no action. Cut it out. Third, that's not play dumb when you call Summer on FaceTime. Who did you take upstairs to the Ritz?" Okay. So I'm telling you, but I want to dive into this because I want to be honest. You women, I don't know. Like y'all, some of these women don't care if a man cheat. And then y'all go to the side chick, ask all these questions, trying to be a detective. You already know the answer to it. You know your man is cheating. If the woman got on his chain, how do he get in the chain? You know he's smashing. He's not going to be committed to you. This brother got all this fame. Then he got the street cred of his father being a leading drug dealer, right? And now he got all this BMF series fame. He's not going to be committed to you, Summer Walker. Absolutely not. He's just not. And let's be honest with that. And it's okay. Stop trying to make a whore into a husband. You can't. No matter how hard you try, until he get out of that zone, out of that spirit, you ain't gonna be able to change his spirit. I don't care how you try. I don't care how good your yoni is. I don't care how Erykah Badu sprinkle her dust on it to make it, make it tight and right. It's not gonna make that man be committed to you. He's going to cheat. He is a cheater. That man cheats. And this is just the beginning stage of it. And then you reaching out to these women, which is tiring. You got to reach out to his side chick. And then she's showing evidence that, you know what I'm saying, the side chick has been ordered by Lil Meech to say, hey, make a post and I cash app you to say that we ain't smashing. And then she exposed the DM. And then these guys are stupid because you're leaving a digital record of you doing this. And the blog's going to pick it up and post it and blast it. Summer Walker, you just need to be focused on your music and get you. Why do y'all have to go get, the most dirtiest, musty, disrespectful men just ever? Why y'all just can't date a banker or a top manager or a PR rep or a production owner, production cameras, a cameraman that make a lot of money? Why is it like y'all gotta get the worst of the worst and then date them? And then be shocked when they cheat. And then you have to deal with all the embarrassment and depression, can't eat because he cheating on you left and right. Why is that? When I look at women, I always say, why? I look at people in my family, my sister, I say, you get the bad of the bad. Why you just can't date a guy that got a college degree that's in college? Because when you date those street dudes, it don't end up right. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. There is some freaks in the bedroom that will have your yoni doing twerks and squirt everywhere. That work a regular, have a successful, low-key career, and that will be faithful to you. Why do you have to get the most ruthless thugs that ain't gonna be committed? And then think about Lil Meech. He don't know who he is. He's trying to live this criminal identity because he's trying to fill in his father's shoes, which is stupid. Brother, you in Hollywood could make potentially a lot of money, legal money, and you're still out here stealing chains. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And bringing weapons to the airport because you're still living up to this identity that you try. Okay, I'm just like my dad. I'm just, and you're not as smart. At least your dad was able to have a good, successful run before he was caught, but eventually he was caught. So that's the wrong person's shoes you should follow into. Because your dad was caught. He's in prison today. And was spending his rest of his life in prison. So don't even follow in their footsteps. It's stupid. I just think that he should focus more so on his career, but his antics. And then a lot of people don't want to book him because they don't know if he's going to go to jail. They don't know if he's going to get arrested. You know what I'm saying? Which is sad because he got this beautiful career, but still doing effed up crap. And Summer Walker, you definitely got to have the honor and the respect for yourself and say, hey, I won't date this man. I got too much going for a successful career to get sidetracked by a ruthless thug, a stupid thug. He's stupid. He ain't ruthless. He's just dumb, a dumb thug. I just personally feel like you could do so much better. You could do so much better. Okay? You could just do so much. Your career, it is people that really love Summer Walker. I don't know if you're doing it so it'll give you more inspiration for your music. That could be. I've talked to a writer. It said maybe you're dating him for, to give you more inspiration for your music career because you can go out there and you can do music and, oh, he cheated. He got the BMX, to be more relatable to sell records. That could be. Or you probably really just fall in love with a stupid man that's weak, a little, that never got away from childish games, still playing these childish games. When you're cheating on a woman, you're still playing a child's game. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. It's dumb. So hopefully he gets, he ain't gonna change. Hopefully Summer Walker wake up and get somebody better. And, even with all of the people that she dated, we're all trash. I think did she date, oh my God. Oh, what was the producer that she dated? Oh, I can't think of the man's name. She dated a producer. That's our baby daddy. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the man's name. I can't think of because they always play he is a producer that her baby daddy is. He's trash. He don't like to pay for child support. He's a deadbeat dad actually. I can't think of his name. London on the track. Yes, London on the track. It's London on the track. I mean, every guy that she had was just trash guys. Okay. Yeah, London on the track. Very good looking guy, but he's trash. He wasn't a good guy. And then women, y'all having babies by no good man. And shocked that they do the same thing that they done to previous baby mamas. Y'all women are just so dumb. Some of y'all, like, do y'all wake up like and see that? Like, I want to ask women, do y'all see like when y'all choosing a man, right? And especially that man that have kids. Do y'all actually do y'all research on how he treat his other baby mama children? I want to know, do y'all sit and sit there and literally sit there and say, okay, he cheated all his baby mamas like crap. So I'm just going, you know what I'm saying, not gonna give a shit. And then you have a baby, he's gonna do the same thing to you. You know, he's not gonna change. And and then y'all constantly have babies over and over and over and over and over. Someone said they all act slow, they don't care. Ladies always think he's gonna change for me. He never does. Her energy gives low self-esteem, victim, and no self-worth. Yes, definitely. Ain't no way I could lay up with a deadbeat. And you laying up with a deadbeat that's already, it was a lady, like I said, it was a lady that was on her Facebook and she was like, hey y'all, can y'all call my baby daddy to tell him to buy my kids some summer clothes? Like you knew he was a deadbeat. Then there was another lady on TikTok. She got 6 kids. The man never had a job. And now she's shocked because she's doing too much. And she took a video of him laying down sleeping and not taking care of the kids. So she blasted him on TikTok. But lady, you need to be blasted because you should have kept your legs closed and stop keep having kids by no good man. So when she did that, I said, you just need to stop as well. So you just see all of that stuff. They said a man is going to treat the child according to how he feel about the mother, because I've seen men go up for kids that's not even theirs because they was in love with the mother. Absolutely. Never been with someone who has or had kids. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with that. It just doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make any sense at all. So hopefully, let's pray that she wake up, and hopefully that she don't out here get pregnant and have multiple babies by this man, because it ain't gonna last long. It's not. Most men will just pregnate a woman just to mark their territory, to keep them in bond with them, and they don't do nothing, but yet they got a connection because y'all got a child together. Brothers do stupid stuff like this, You know what I'm saying? I've had people that does dumb stuff. Like I could just tell you stories upon stories, but some of y'all could get it together, baby. You devils are stupid. All right. So let's also get into our last up here. And I told y'all, I said that Vlad TV can be trusted. Now you see Boosie going all on Vlad, doing all that talking. This brother went to a case and the charge got dropped. And the federal agents arrest him right outside the courtroom, right outside the courthouse. He got arrested. We don't know all the details of the case, but I tried to tell y'all that anytime somebody go on Vlad, they will get arrested by the feds, because they share things to Vlad TV because Vlad is paying all his money, and they talk and he's recording them. Anytime y'all get around Vlad, he is recording the conversation and he cooperate with the feds, and then you get arrested. And then a lot of things that you say, they go and dig up that evidence and use it against you because you have said all that stuff to Vlad. So every time people go on there, they get arrested when they on Vlad TV. Vlad TV is one of those platforms that, they definitely work on it. Okay. So that's exactly what it is. Definitely with Vlad. Vlad is definitely have something to do with it. Okay. Well, nobody say he works with the feds, and y'all artists over there with the pennies, and They do it, and he does that so you all can go back on the show and do all that type of stuff, and go on the type of episode and do all that talking. When I tell y'all again that Vlad TV is a part of it, it's no allegedly. He does work with the feds. He have constantly worked with the feds. He have done this and arrested multiple people. Multiple people got arrested for being on the show because a lot of these dudes they just be talking and spilling the beans and saying different things, and then the feds get the information from Vlad because that man is still white, and he get all the type of information when it comes to, like, he loved dealing with black people for entertainment purposes, but in his private life he don't deal with us. He loved to see us locked up because that helped his bottom line. So when you get out, you get more vicious stories, you talk about it more, and he give you more money. Then that help give you more street cred because you're more in the media, and then that return give Vlad more money in ads. He give you a couple of dollars, and he always pay you. If he paying you $20,000, he's making about $80,000 to $90,000. He never give you the full amount. He always give you a piece, a little crumble, a little crumb of the situation. Look, a little sharecropper. Yeah. So y'all keep going, and Tyrese tried to tell you, and then shortly after that, he get arrested. You will see more artists that goes on that show going to get arrested, and they go on there not because they go on there for clout, yes, but also because Vlad is paying. Okay, Vlad is playing. All right. So a lot of times people like, oh, he didn't say nothing criminal. They say stuff before they go, them cameras go on, and I'm telling you, it get recorded. Everything that you say to Vlad is recorded. What you say on camera, what you don't say. And see, a lot of times the pre-interview they start saying stuff before the cameras come on and say, oh, yeah, this off the record. Oh, yeah, this is off the record. Yeah, you think it's off the record, all right. That's being recorded and sent it to his sources in the feds with them prosecutors, and they use that information. And they get you high, get you drunk, and you start spilling the beans about things that you probably would have never shared. But he creates the environment and make it so comfortable for you. And then you do all of that type of stuff, and then poof, you end up arrested. Because a lot of times these artists share things in the green room, which is recorded. Everything in that place is bugged. You go there, and that's like the playground to arrest these black entertainers because they go right on Vlad, and he gives it right to the police. Everything, because he gets information from the cops of who you should interview, this is going on, and will funnel questions to Vlad to ask the artist. That's what they do. It's a game, and that's why he stays ahead of the game, because he has some inside information that is not privy to people like myself, because they do that to lock up these people, and he pays them, and they sit there and they give them the weapon that is missing, who did what. They go pull the footage and they build their case off of them being on Vlad TV and what they talked to Vlad before the cameras went on, and actually when the cameras go off, because you think the cameras off. Its cameras are always running when you talking to Vlad TV. All right. Every conversation on that phone is being taped. Everything is being taped. He is not going to tape. Everything is being recorded. So when Tasha K said what she said, oh, she had a very, very good point, because Tasha wasn't the only one that said that. I'm glad that other artists like Tyrese have said it as well. All right. So I see y'all in the chat. So we're going to open up the phone lines. If y'all want to call in on this lovely morning, okay. I don't think Boosie done that. Yeah, I believe so. I believe Boosie is that type of person. Yes, absolutely. Okay. And he's too old to be doing all that crime. It's stupid. Like, dumb. Like, a lot of these artists, they be suffering financially and they still want to do street stuff, which is stupid. Like, if you got to do on the street stuff, go on to work at Home Depot. Go work at Amazon. Go break down some boxes. Okay? Go work at Amazon and go break down some boxes. If you got to do crime and sell drugs, just like Fetty Wap. You know what I'm saying? He had a successful career. He wasted his money. His career dried up. He had a dry spell. But instead of him working a regular job, he decided to go sell drugs with one eyeball. And then he got caught, and now he's in prison and will spend the next couple of years in prison. The same thing with Tory Lanez. He got in his feelings. He went to pop. Now he's probably going to spend the next decade in prison. So let's put the number on the screen here, 972-674-9462. It is early, but we here on this lovely morning. All right, he gave it to the police. Absolutely. So that's just how it goes, man. The number is 972-674-9462. So that's that. Literally one eyeball, and you trying to sling some rocks. You easily gonna get caught. Okay? You easily gonna get caught. Easily gonna get caught. One simple eyeball, and you up there trying to sling some coke. You really can't see the cops coming. You really, it's just dumb. And he got caught instantly in prison right now, which is stupid for doing something dumb like that. You could have easily got a regular job, but you misuse your money. When you're making that money, you got to buy some properties to get some rental properties to keep that money going in. And I'm talking about Fetty Wap. Now, when it comes to Boosie, he's stupid because you still want to do this street stuff. Like, get a regular job. If it ain't really working for you in the industry, ain't nothing wrong. I am not going to judge you if you got to go flip some burgers. And then stop having this very expensive lifestyle. If you know money ain't coming in, cut your expensive. It's okay to live in a regular one-bedroom apartment or a nice little downgrade condo. You ain't got to live in no big house like that. Okay? All right. Good morning. Oh, wait a minute. Did I press it? Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wiley.
Hey.
Okay, so I'm really starting to think there's a war on women in the music industry, or even just in the industry, period. Because, with the passing of Jackie O, we don't know if it's her. We don't know. It's a sad case. But then when it comes to Sukihana, it's like, I'm starting to feel like there's a war on women. Like, that lady was assaulted, in my opinion. Plain as day. And she pulled away from him and he grabbed her face again. So for anybody to say that that wasn't what it was and it was on camera is disgusting. And I'm gonna need for the women in the industry to start backing out slowly, or you know what I'm saying, because it's starting to look real dangerous. There's no boundaries. There's no boundaries.
Absolutely. I agree. 1,000%. I believe more women in the industry have to speak up because a lot of women in the industry are going through that. Look at what was it the artist that's dating Alicia. What is the lady that's dating Nelly? What's her name?
Ashanti.
Ashanti. Yes, she was talking about how producer said,
Hmm.
"I'm not going to give you these beats unless we take a shower, a nude shower." And you know what I'm saying? So women go through a lot in the industry. As a black woman in the industry, period, just imagine what women go through that's not in the industry.
Yeah.
And
I do.
yeah,
Mhm.
go ahead, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just really, I feel like everything is in plain sight right now. I don't think that the chain of events is coincidental as far as like the way the public eye is looking at women that are subjecting themselves to changing their bodies, mutilation, or to even just being like degraded to be like in mainstream media. And I feel like when it comes to Sukihana, it doesn't matter what her music is about. It doesn't matter what she does. Somebody violated her space, and we just exited the Me Too movement. We just exited well, not really exited, but I feel like the black community in this part of entertainment wasn't really that much into it. It wasn't that big of a deal on our side. So for her to be violated like that on camera, it's very interesting to me that people would still point two, three, four fingers at her about what that man did to her. And a kiss is very intimate. It's not, I mean, whether he grabbed her breast or her thigh or her leg, it doesn't really matter. But you shoved your tongue down her throat. It's disgusting. You shoved your tongue down her throat, and when she pulled away, you grabbed her face and you did it again. And nobody that was sitting beside her, three people, I think, nobody thought to put their arm in between the two, grab his shirt. Like, that really says a lot about the environment that they're in right now, and it's disgusting. Hmm.
Like, I'm sorry. That's why we as men with platforms, we have to speak up because we are going through. We see this behavior that is being displayed publicly, and we have to call it out. And then this whole narrative, how McNeil tried to play it. Oh, he's a kid. Give him a pass. Pretty much what he's saying. Nah.
A kid? How old is he?
He's 24 years old.
That's a grown man.
That's a grown man.
No, he's not even a young adult anymore. He's like, traditionally, you will have graduated college and been in your career by now. So you're not a kid. And when you mentioned Ashanti too, I feel like that also speaks to what women have to do in the industry as well to stay a part of it. Like, why? I mean, she might actually be into Nelly, yes, but I feel like there's a whole lot of stuff on the back end that we are not seeing as regular people that's right in front of our face. So I really appreciate your platform. I'm new here. This is like your third day in a row where you've just been on it for me personally with your stances and the way that you speak. And I really appreciate your platform.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, Wiley.
Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome to the Wiley Show. Good morning.
Good morning, Wiley. How are you?
All right.
For the Sukihana case or whatever, I saw a video, only one video where he grabbed her at a event and he kissed her on the cheek. That's the only video I saw, and I didn't think it was that big of a deal considering the music she puts out. And who knows if they had DMs prior or they were talking prior. I mean, that might not have been the first time I saw each other. Maybe they were communicating beforehand and they had a relationship beforehand for him to be comfortable to do that. I don't know. What do you think? I mean,
well, for me, so you're saying is if I DM you, I should just automatically come up to you and kiss you without your permission?
Depending on what you were DMing about, perhaps. I mean, if you're DMing sexual things, saying, I'm going to do this when I see you, or this or that, or you're making comments on Twitter or something like that, and you portray yourself a certain way,
and what if she don't
I wouldn't be surprised.
What if she don't have those DMs? What if it wasn't on DMs? He just did that.
Then I think he was wrong then. But I mean, it's like, what do you guys want? You guys want him to go to jail? Like, what do you guys want? I mean, I feel like she's kind of clout chasing, like she's kind of taking it overboard at this point. I feel like she's more outraged because other people are outraged. And she's getting attention, and, you know, I don't think she genuinely feels scared, and, like, I don't think she's genuinely like, oh my God, I'm scarred. Like, oh my God, I'm so scarred. Like, I don't think it was as deep as people are saying it is my point. That's just my opinion. As a woman, that's coming from me. I know it's not the popular opinion, but if you're a rapper stripper, and you say you like to get golden showers, and you want men to beat you up, and you like this, you like that, you like it when men do this and that, don't be surprised when a man does it. I mean,
so
serious.
Just because you rap about it, so what you're saying is, if you rap about it, it's okay for a man to attack you.
Was she attacked? I mean, was she hit or?
Yeah, she was violently.
She grabbed
aggressively,
violently.
You know, doing it. You can't do that. Would you have that same stance if that was a white woman?
Of course. I don't think people. Of course, I would. Yeah, of course, I would.
So if you rap,
I'm not a white woman either. I'm not a white woman
game. You rap about your body parts. I come up to you and just slob you down. You wouldn't feel no type of way?
If you just come and slob me down, yeah, I think that's inappropriate. I think that's not good. I think that's bad. We don't know the whole story.
But that's the case for Sukihana.
We shouldn't. But what I'm saying is we shouldn't end this boy's career because of that. We shouldn't just end his career, cancel him forever just because of that. I mean, he is 24, and we don't know all the details. I need to go back and see that video you're talking about, because when I try to research it on my own, all it comes up is one video of him grabbing her from the side and kissing her on the cheek.
Well, yeah,
that's the only video.
You need to go to my website, because we have the full video up there. We have the full.
Okay, I'll go to your website and I'll check it out, because when I research it, only one video popped up. So that's the only video.
Is this your number? I can text you the link now, so you could definitely see it, because And then you,
I'm not saying women should just get assaulted and kiss it and grab from behind. I'm just saying there could be more to the story, and we shouldn't just end this young boy's career over just this one thing. And I think she perhaps is, riding on the clout of it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Black women should just get assaulted and kiss it from behind. Of course not. But that's all I gotta say. I know people are probably angry, but I just had to put another point of view out there.
And you're in your 20s?
I am. I'm in my late 20s.
Oh wow! So I sent you the link, so maybe you could check it out and see it for yourself.
Yeah, I'll watch it, and I may change my opinion. I mean,
okay.
I probably should have. I'll watch it. I try to do my own research, but I'll watch it, and I'll call in and I'll change my opinion.
All right.
If I change it, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Wiley.
Bye. Okay. Well, she's broadcasting what many people have believed. Okay. Good morning. You live on the Wiley Show.
Good morning, Wiley.
Good morning.
Hope all is well. I wanted to speak on a few of your topics. Sukihana and YK Osiris, correct me. He, even though he is 24 years old, he is old enough to know that you do not touch people. This is not the 70s, it's not the 80s, it's not the 90s. Ever since that Me Too movement came out, men and women should have been more aware of, how they interact with other people. So he gets no excuses. I give him none. Yes, Sukihana does put herself out there, but she's an entertainer. She's marketing to the girls who want to be 304s and want to be out there. But that doesn't give anybody the right to SA her. I do feel like she should press charges, but I know she's not because she doesn't want to be blackballed in her career. Now moving on to Boosie. Boosie, in my opinion, yes, he's probably gonna be gone for some years. He's gonna have to get him a good attorney, which my assumption is he's probably already working on that because I don't know if you've seen that he's selling his Rolls Royce. So I don't even know. My assumption is there's probably the feds probably froze his account, and he needs money. So those are just my opinions. But yeah, Boosie is gone.
It's so sad. So sad. Okay. I think we got another caller that called in. Do we have the number on here? Give me 1 second. Okay, we had 2 callers that called in. All right. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Let's go to this. I mean, y'all are calling in this lovely morning. Okay, this person calling back. All right. Good morning. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Good morning, Wiley. Good morning, chat. I just wanted to weigh in on the Sukihana. With the other caller that called in prior to the other lady that was just on the phone, I think she was really out of line by even insinuating that Suki was somehow like deserving of this because of the way she acted, or even if they were texting prior. In that moment, she did not want to be touched. In that moment, she was turning her head. She was ducking in. She was literally running out of her chair. And I think it was pathetic for them other men to sit around and do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Those 2 black men, little Duval and whoever else, they literally turned their head around, like gave him basically the okay to keep on and keep on and keep on. And they did nothing. And it's sad that Suki had to be the catalyst to open this can of worms, but I think it's a lot of stuff to be opened. It's a lot of stuff about how, even because you see how the young lady reacted. Well, she sings about this and she raps about this and she raps about this. Now, regardless, she does not deserve to be touched. She did not deserve to be assaulted in no way. I don't care what she rapped about. I don't care how she dressed. I don't care if she was standing there nude. If she did not want to be touched, she did not deserve to be touched. But this goes to show women, you have to protect yourself. And even if you're putting out music like that and you're putting out this image like that, you got to protect yourself first. you should be traveling with security, because some people are going to be crazy enough to think they can touch you like that. And it goes to show a lot of times people with money too. People with money think they could do anything to you. Like how dare you just walk up to her and try to put your tongue down her throat? Who gave you the audacity of you? Like, what gave you the impression that you can do that to somebody, regardless of what they rap about, regardless about how they dress? And I think that was so disrespectful. And he's 24. Yes, he's young, but he's still old enough to know better. And he should have known that that was wrong. And I'm just really disappointed in the men that just sat around and didn't do anything. It's like, we are not safe. Like what Oprah said in The Color Purple, all my life I had to fight my uncles, my daddies, I have to fight everybody. A woman's just not safe in the family men's. Like, you're just not safe. Like, you're not safe anyway. She's sitting on stage. For her to be assaulted loud, live, and in color, that was in front of everyone with no remorse, no shame, nothing. Imagine how many people this happens to behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That doesn't have a platform and that's not as popular as Suki, that's not going to get this stuff or be called liars or be called, well, what were you doing there? She was assaulted in front of everyone and no one did nothing. And a lot of times as women, she should have said something. Maybe she should have. A lot of times you're shocked. You don't know, like, wait, is this happening? Or you may sit around, you're looking around at your male counterparts like, someone's going to step up and say something because it's a man that's doing this to me. And no one did nothing. Imagine how that girl felt in this moment.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like, how you imagine that you go through this type of situation and doing that type of stuff. So you really have to be on it. You really have to be on it.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate, women, protect yourself. You need to travel with your security. The security should have been on him as soon as he came near her, because there's fools out here like that to think that they have the right to just go and touch you.
Absolutely.
Right, that's all
I do agree when you said, she should have security. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. She should.
No, they shouldn't, especially it depends, like, and it is true. Regardless of what's right or wrong, it is what it is. Society looks at women that rap about things like that dress like that, as downtrodden. They look at you like that, regardless of if it's right or wrong. Just like that young lady got on there and stated, such and such and such. It was totally out of line and wrong, but that's how she felt. And that's how a lot of people feel. And if people feel like that and you going out there, you're not going to be protected. You need to have your own protection. You need to walk around. She needs to have security. She should have security with her at all times, because people think because she raps like that and because she dresses like that and because she does certain things that they can do it too. And it's wrong.
I agree.
And if charges is brought up on that boy, well. Maybe because we have to look into him too. Imagine being called. We don't know if this man lives his life on the down low, because allegedly he was supposed to be. They said that he was on the down low or whatever like that. Maybe I got to prove myself. I got to prove that I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? In front of people, like it's a whole lot to be exhausted from this. Like it's a lot. Like where we put men, especially black men, in the corner because of their sexuality. We force them to be aggressive. Like, you got to show that you're a man. This boy has been called. He's been called gay. He's been called Diddy's boy toy. His breath smell like Diddy's balls. Like we don't know. Like he's been called all these things. So maybe I got to show off. But you knew better. You knew better, and you shouldn't have done it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You shouldn't have done it.
Absolutely.
Have a good day, Wiley.
I agree. Thank you so very much for calling in, man. All right.
Bye.
The number is on the screen here, 972-674-9462. That is the number, 972-674-9462, 972-674-9462. Okay, we got another call. Hello, welcome to the Wiley Show. Oh, they hung up. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so I wanted to say about the topics you gave today. I want to start with the Boosie one. I definitely do believe Vlad did something, because they were already waiting at the airport, so that's very suspicious. Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. But I do believe the feds froze his accounts, hence why his family is like trying to liquidate some of his assets so they can get cash so that they can pay for the lawyer or put a deposit down. Now, as for the Suki situation, I feel like so many people are just trying to come up with excuses to defend these men who don't understand they were crossing the line. And I think those men were compensating for their sexual identity. Like, heterosexual men don't have to do all that. You know, you forcing yourself to kiss somebody in the mouth, we don't know what you got. All these germs going around, all these diseases, and you put your mouth on her, and people keep bringing up her image, her past, all this other stuff. She gets paid to do those things. YK Osiris didn't pay her. DJ A1 didn't pay her. So to me, I just think that's trash. And the women who are championing behind that, I'm really concerned for their well-being. They should be deleted in their womanhood, because at this point, how can you as a woman applaud this? Y'all would never applaud it if it was Kim Kardashian or Paris Hilton or any of these other women who are just like Suki. So it's weird to me. But that's all I have for you, Wiley.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
thank you. So we have the number is like on the screen here, 972-674-9462 is the number. We have a lot of people that have it. Okay, we're gonna call. Okay, we got that person. Okay, we got another person that we're gonna call back. So if you call in, we will call you back. And we have that person. Hello,
Hello.
good morning. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Good morning, Wiley. How you doing this morning?
Doing good.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I was calling in regarding the YK Osiris situation. I just don't understand. Well, first, let me say the first lady that called in regarding it, she said she was like in her late 20s. But I think it's crazy that she was saying that it was not SA. That woman did not want that man in her face, and you just cannot go up to anyone and just think you can kiss them. And then on top of that, I'm sorry, I just ran in the house. Then on top of that, that's like a few weeks ago, Dougie Fresh had put his arm around Krishan, and she was like, "Get off of me!" Like, she's asking him to take his arm off of her. So it's like, I don't know why these men feel like it's comfortable to be in a woman's private space like that. If no one is welcoming you in, what make you feel that you can go and just kiss someone or put your arm around someone and think someone is going to be okay with that, not knowing your intentions? And it's just, I think everything is just backwards, because maybe a few years ago we was coming at Genuine like he was wrong when one, I think it was like a transgender that tried to kiss him, and everyone was saying Genuine was wrong for that. So I'm not understanding. It's like everyone is just confused as to what should be going on and how to respect someone's private space. What do you think about that?
We as men have to respect people boundaries. Women have to respect man boundaries. Respect your human beings boundaries. You cannot, I got to keep reiterating this, and it is sad in 2023 we still have to talk about the definition of consent, but you can't do that. Like, and I also stand for Sukihana to press charges. You have to press charges because you need to send a message that you just can't do that. And that doing that will also encourage other women to speak up and press charge against their aggressive people that have done things to them.
And I think that is so true. And kind of off topic, I have a 6-year-old, and I am very big on, when I say stop, that means stop. When someone says no, that means no, because it comes to a point where he can grow older thinking that whole situation with YK Osiris is okay, and that can ruin his life, especially with him growing up to be a young Black man. So you have to watch, and you have to be mindful of every situation that you put yourself in, because in a second you can ruin your life. And not saying that he's the hottest artist, but he does have a title. His name is known in the industry, and that could really mess him up, mess his, like, any type of build up that he may have in the future, just based off of that one incident. And it's like, regardless of how Sukihana carry herself, what she say, that does not give anyone the right to come up to her, to touch her, to kiss her, whatever. Like, I don't understand what would make you think that that was okay, and then for you to laugh it off. And you can tell he was embarrassed when he walked away laughing it off, but I just thought that was just so crazy to me. And I just feel like it's crazy to hear any woman saying that, no, he shouldn't be counseled. So does he have to physically perform the R word in order for him to be counseled? Like, where is enough is enough? Why do you give someone that much space to have them feel comfortable that they can do that? Then we have a whole bunch of men out here, or it could be women, not just saying it's men, but you have people out here that's saying people, and everyone is thinking it's okay. That's a big problem.
I agree.
So
I agree. And that's why women have to speak up, and also the brothers. Like the brothers, we got to speak up as well, because it is wrong. I wouldn't want nobody coming up to my nieces and think it's okay to aggressively, kiss her without their permission. You can't do that. And we have to train our boys that you can't do that either. Like, you have to get permission. And also it's very dangerous, because you're doing that will open it up the door. It will open up the door for more allegations. And I won't be shocked that another woman that we don't know, they're going to say, oh, he did that to me.
Absolutely. And it's going to become a Trey Songz situation.
Yeah. So you have to be very careful, and you create an atmosphere. So, she definitely should press charges. And I definitely do believe he should have severe consequences, because you can't do that. Absolutely. Because if I were to do that at my job to a coworker, I would lose my license and I would be arrested.
Absolutely.
If you do that to a patient without their permission, you can't even do that to a patient, period. Even if it's consensual, because of the type of line of work, you will be arrested, you will be charged, you will be blackballed, you can't get a job, period. So it is consequences. So why should he get a pass when a regular average Joe can't do that and get a pass? You know what
that
I'm
is
saying?
so true. That is so true, because even as of at a corporate job, if you look at someone the wrong way and they feel as if, oh, okay, he was undressing me with his eyes, you can go to corporate on that.
Yeah, so that's it about that, because if you do that to somebody else and you get charged, it won't be no pass. Oh, well, he a kid, give him a pass. No, you go in that court of law, they're gonna throw the book. They're gonna throw
correct.
And it's a video to prove it. Like, why would you do that? And then yes, at the end you could tell that he was embarrassed because he tried to laugh it off. But Funny Marco didn't speak up. I don't think he made a post, nor did Lil Duval made a post as well. Neither one of those brothers made a post. Even if you didn't even stand up, still take a stand and say what he did was wrong. They didn't even make no post. Unless, correct me if I'm wrong, let me check their IG. Let me check Funny Marco IG and see that he make a post, because none of the blogs we posted. I could be wrong. Let me check Funny Marco. Let me check his Instagram. Okay, his Instagram. Let me see. He didn't post it. No, he didn't. He haven't made no post about it. Also, Lil Duval, did he make a post? No, he didn't make a post either. So, it's really sad. It's
I would say that. I would definitely say that. I know Funny Marco wasn't going to say anything. You could tell by his facial expression in the video. He was like, WTF, like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And Lil Duval, he just kept trying to focus straight. Like, I'm not going to even pay attention to what's going on. So I did not expect for them to come out and say anything, but it was just more so as of, I guess, just seeing everyone's opinion on social media and like through all the timelines, it just blows my mind how a lot of women I am seeing that's okay with this type of behavior. And it makes me really think like where the world is going to in 5 to 10 years if we're just starting out this small.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Well, thank you, Wiley. I hope you have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. All right. So we got 3123. So we call this caller back. They call back Okay. All right. Let me call you back. All right. And then we got another caller that we're going to call back. After this call, we got 2 more callers to call back. Good morning.
Hello?
You're on the Wiley Show.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Doing good.
Good. I was, I was doing a research about how this Boosie stuff got arrested, and I just discovered your channel, and I like what you're doing. But I just wanted to talk about it. How did you say that Vlad got Boosie arrested? And that's what I wanted to hear.
You said, how did he get arrested?
Like Boosie get arrested, right?
Yeah, he got arrested. I believe it was a gun charge. Gun charge.
Okay.
But we should have
more
information today or in upcoming days.
Okay, yeah. No, because you said like Vlad, got Boosie arrested, like on the, on your headline.
Absolutely, I do believe Vlad TV is working with the feds.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody believes that. Everybody. So you think maybe it's one of the interviews that Boosie have done?
Yes,
with
interviews and pre-interviews, the conversations we have with Vlad, I believe that's what got him caught up. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Well, definitely. All right. Let's go on to another topic here. Okay. We'll bring that caller, and then we got. Okay. All right, this is the person. Hold on, I'm calling it back. All right. We call this person back. It's ringing. Okay. It is ringing. Hello? Good morning. You're live on the Wiley Show.
Oh, let me turn you down in the background. Wiley.
Good morning.
In regards to Suki, how dare this other woman call and said, because of her lyrics and what she sings. The girl is an entertainer. She's doing stuff to make a living. Even if she was a street walker, if she was a prostitute, that don't give anyone the right to come and assault her. And then she gonna say, oh, what you want him to do, to go to jail? You know what? If that's the case, then that's the case. But you can't just come and grab someone because you think that they're out there and figure you could do anything you want with them. And then some of them, oh, poor young black boy. I hate when people do that crap. So what, he's black? So what, he's young? Big deal. That's why their kids get up and do all kind of bad stuff because the parents like, oh, he's a black boy. You want us to ruin his career? You know what? If that's what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen. You don't just sit people and decide you could embarrass them. And for the lady who said everybody sit around and do nothing, there's nothing they can do. You know, they really can't do anything. You see New York here, because, right, I got to see when you come to New York. You see people trying to help people and now they're in jail. This man choked the other one in the train because he's helping other people and now he's in jail. So, you know what? They do what they can. She has to do what she can do. And at this point, we don't care that he's a young black boy. And we don't care that his career is going to be gone. So they need to stop this young black, poor black boy crap. Don't mean anything. Okay, Riley, let me go back and listen to you.
All right. Thank you so very much, man, for calling in. Thank you. God bless you. Okay. All right. Is that all right? Okay, let's go. Oh, wait, this one. All right. The people are calling in. That's a blessing. They are calling in.
Hello.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Wiley Show. I'm calling you back.
Oh, hi, Wiley.
Hi.
Oh, thank you for calling me back. So I was the first caller, that disagreed with the majority of Sukihana being quote unquote violently attacked, sexually assaulted. So I watched the video you sent me, and I respectfully still agree with what I first said. That's the video I thought you guys were referring to, and I respectfully, like, with my eyes, I don't see what you guys are seeing, but that's just, I still have the same opinion as I first had.
Okay.
I just wanted to call back.
Okay. I hear you.
I work in a male dominated field, and it's like you have to carry yourself a certain way and you have to be stern. And what I saw was him touch her shoulder and then kiss her cheek, and he is wrong for that, and he's wrong for that, but I don't think he deserves to be the same consequences. And then also, their job is not corporate or medical. Their career is entertainment career, adult entertainment career. It's not the same as a corporate career. As a medical profession, it's different atmosphere. Like, it's different. It's not the same. They get paid $1 million, millions and millions dollars off of your sexuality or whatever. And if you don't want to be touched, you have to be stern. And I just don't see it as everyone sees it. But that's just my opinion.
So if your daughter, if let's say for instance, you're a mother and you see your daughter get kissed, you would tell her, "Oh, you're in the industry, deal with it because you make millions of dollars." How would you handle the situation if a man came up to your daughter and kissed her without her permission?
Well, I'm not saying you are a millionaire, get over it. And I'm not saying, I guess what I am saying is we can't call everything sexual assault, because people that actually do get sexually assaulted, as in, grabbed inappropriately in the private areas, kissed in the mouth, hair pulled, something like, actually, it's kind of injustice to them. When we say a kiss on the cheek is sexual assault, that's not sexual assault.
It is. You don't know what that is?
If she says stop, do not. If she says stop, do not. Respectfully, if she says stop, do not kiss me, do not touch me, and he continues to do it, well, yeah, that's sexual assault. But like a peck on the cheek and a walking away doesn't mean he should get prosecuted. Like, that's weird.
Oh yes,
like,
that's the law, ma'am.
And the same people that are saying this, they're against Megan Thee Stallion. Like, the same women that are going, "Oh, well, he should be in jail."
Before you get to that piece, Sukihana did say stop. And again, you cannot kiss a person without their permission. That is against the law. You know that, ma'am?
No,
I cannot
know
kiss you on your cheek. If I kiss you on your cheek without your permission, you can press charges.
Yeah, but if someone just kissed you on your cheek and you're in the industry, I think if she were to press charges, it would be weird for just getting a peck on the cheek. Like, that's not.
It's not just on the cheeks, ma'am. He kissed her on the lips. Verbatim.
I didn't see that in the video.
It's all on there. He kissed her on the lips. Kissed her on the lips. Whether he kissed her on the cheek or the lips, you cannot kiss somebody on their body without their permission. You cannot. I want to make that clear. I cannot kiss you on your cheek, on your lips, on your thigh. I cannot do that without your permission. Period.
I think we both agree that you can't get kissed on the thigh without someone's permission. I mean,
you cannot. You know where
I think
without your permission. You cannot go forcibly kiss you on your cheek. You can't do that.
I know, Wiley. I agree with that.
That is illegal, and that's what he did.
I agree with that.
And yes, I don't think press charges. Yes, he should be arrested. And yes, he should have severe consequences, because if you do it to her and get away with it, he will be emboldened to do it to your daughter or to your sister.
All right, Wiley. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. All right. We got one more.
Please leave your message for 773.
Boy, whoever called it, child. All right. All right, let me call this person back one more time, because they just called in. Oh, they just keep Probably gonna go to voicemail. Let's see. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
What's going on, Wiley? How you doing?
Doing good.
Man, I just want to say, man, I appreciate everything you doing for our community to help us look better, man. As a group of people, as a collective. That's just a sidetrack without Sukihana and the YK Osiris thing. And man, you 100, man. And if anything get out of hand, just know, man, you always accepted in here in Chicago, man. And you got riders here too, man.
Well, thank you about that, brother. Thank you.
Real talk.
What part of
got
Chicago
riders
you
here.
live? What part of Chicago?
Oh, South Side. South Side. Went to Inglewood High School.
Inglewood High School, yes.
Yeah, my cousin went to Hopper, right down the street.
Hopper High School, and they had shut that down. So
yeah, man, and it's crazy because a lot of the just to sidetrack, a lot of the closed schools they shut down within our communities. As you start to see these migrants coming in, and these migrants they actually inhabiting them in the schools. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I agree.
It is crazy. How could you worry about a homeless illegal immigrant when you got homeless indigenous people already here that you ain't doing nothing for?
I agree, man.
Yeah, but I just want to say, man, I look at my wife actually look at you and know what I'm saying. I wind up looking at you, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, hey, he 100. I see the Chicago come out here and there, man. When they piss you off.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but yeah, you always got family here, man.
Thank you,
no
brother.
matter what it is.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for calling in. Give your wife my love. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Enjoy your day.
All right, now. All right. So that was good, man. That was really, really good hearing from people all over America that have called in and showed us love today. All over the country have called in and showed us love. So thank you so very much for taking time out of your schedule to call in on this lovely morning. And like I said, we was going to talk about these subjects and have these conversations because it is conversations to have, because it's something that everybody needs to know about the power of consent and knowing what consent means and learning about boundaries and stuff. So you have to really teach that out in the open, because if you don't teach that your boys about boundaries, this is the behavior that they would display as an adult. So we have to teach our children, our boys, to how to be men and how to treat women. That is a fact that needs to happen. All right. So thank you all so very much for calling in on this lovely morning. We will be going back live today. We got some more topics to get into. I had to talk about Sukihana again because I didn't want to brush over that subject. And I was laying there and it was weighing heavy on my mind about it. And so when I woke up, I said, hey, I want to get this off my chest concerning it. Also, too, we want to make a quick announcement here, really quick, about our Vegas. Please, if you're coming through for Vegas, RSVP, you can email me at wileyshowproduction@gmail.com. It's the first weekend in October, October 6th through the 9th. And also, you can email me for any questions regarding Vegas. Please send it to this email, wileyshowproductions@gmail.com, wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. Please come through. It's going to be really, really good. This is our second annual meet and greet in Vegas. The first one was a success. We want the second one to be a success as well. And we know it will be a success. Please come through. Some people will be new faces. We returning faces. Hopefully will be coming. So please RSVP and to come through wileyshowproduction@gmail.com. And like I said, we were seeing the hotel information. You don't have to stay at that hotel. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, that's fine. But at least you would know where the meetup place is at, the point of the meetup. So what we have, and that's wileyshowproduction@gmail.com. So we want to say thank you all for tuning into the product today, tuning into the show today. Also, if you all want to send a Cash App to our show, we thank everybody that have done so. And that's going to be $ Marquise Wiley 28. is the Cash App. We want to post that as well. That's Cash App $ Marquise Wiley 28. PayPal as well is in the chat. Also, if you have any needs, if you want to donate to the show, you just don't know how, you can just always text me and we will answer your questions. This is my number, my personal cell, 972-674-9462. You can send me any information about celebrities. You go to my Instagram, send me any information that you feel like we should dive into. And I don't have to necessarily be celeb. Anything that you feel like we should talk about, send it to us at 972-674-9462. Or you can email it to us, wileyshow@gmail.com. Or you can DM us on Instagram at Wiley Show. Or you can go to our Twitter at Wiley Show as well. So we have so many places that you can see. And also, last but not least, you can go to our website at www.wileythetroll.com. Thank you all so very much. I want to also say special shout out to the producers, my executive producers. Just thank everybody. Just it's been such an honor to see and talk to y'all in the morning. I love my morning shows. I really like the morning shows because the morning shows are so good because you're talking to people in the beginning of the day. So thank you all for the love and for the support. We are pulling back on the YouTubers' beefs because some of the YouTubers, they really don't have nothing consistent. But when I say pull back, we only talking about the YouTubers that have something going on for themselves. Like Milagro Grams, she's not considered just a YouTuber. She's attached to the Tory Lane. So she's attached to a celebrity. So we will talk about her being attached to the celebrity because it makes sense. And of course, she also gave us a shout out on her radio show. So of course we would talk about it. But we're not going to force ourselves to talk about YouTubers yet to talk about them. No. If they are attached to a celebrity, if they're in the news for whatever reason, they're getting dragged in the news for forever, good or bad, we would talk about it, but we're not going to force it, nor will we try to piggyback or try to discuss or try to debunk what they say in the video. That's why I don't watch it. So people send me stuff, they send me time stuff, don't watch it. If you heard my Sukihana piece, I'm not going to try to, I have my own commentary, right? But if you're in the news for whatever reason, we will talk about you and have a conversation about you. If you're in the news, we will talk about you. And so that's the reason why we talk about Milagro Grams, because she is attached to Tory Lane. She is attached to Kelsey, which is the former best friend of Megan Thee Stallion. So it makes sense to talk about her. But just trying to watch what she said on stage here just to go back and forth with her. No, I don't do that. I just talk about it had to be some relevancy into the reason why I am talking about. I'm not going to just bump. Other YouTubers that we talked about is that they're having a situation where they're going back and forth for some reason. Then we would talk about that. But just trying to force a beef, no. There's no need for me to force a beef when there's so many more topics to talk about and that we will dive into. And we're not just talking about black topics. We talk about whatever I found interesting. This is a good show. This is a great topic. So that's why I like the morning shows because there's so many other topics that we can talk about. That's all we talked about, Mr. Beast. I wanted to say that. I've been wanting to say it, but today was a great day to bring him up because I am a fan of his product. I am a fan of his show. I am a fan of what he does. So when that story came out today about his contestants were injured, I said, okay, I will talk about it and really give a good message for it. So I will continue to dive into this conversation, whatever comes up. It's so much stuff being talked about around the world, from political stuff, also from the celebrity gossip. It's just a lot. It's a lot to talk about. So I will tell you this, there is no limit. Is not dry. I mean, because sometimes if you just talk about urban black news, sometimes that can get a little dry, but that's why you have to expand upon what you talk about because you just can't put yourself in a box. And thank God I'm just not a one-trick pony. I can do a whole lot of stuff. All right. So in my close, make sure y'all go to our website, www.wileythetroll.com. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. We ask that you please go and subscribe and leave a comment. This is why we love that y'all are leaving comments and all of that type of stuff. So it's definitely great. Someone said, Wiley, this is the live that is going to get you sued. I'm surprised you haven't got sued before. The serious allegation in your thumbnail is not laughable. All right. Tell them to go sue. If you go sue, we will file bankruptcy. All right. And you will be fighting and running hoops to go and all that type of stuff. And I would get all the publicity. All right. So we're not worried about a lawsuit. That doesn't matter. It's civil money, civil, meaning that you're going to have to serve. You're going to have to get lawyers. You're going to have to spend money because we're not going to settle. We're going to sit all the way to trial. We're going to win. All right. Even if we lose, we're going to win because all of the clout that we're going to get from it. So if you go to sue today, go right ahead, buddy. Go right there. Serve us and watch us monetize that. Okay. Because we ain't worried about a lawsuit. I mean, you taking the financial burden. Everybody keep trying to be like Cardi B, but a lot of people ain't doing what Cardi B did. And then now that people really want to do what Cardi B, and they figure that she ain't get her money yet, and they still going back and forth in a sense. So, yeah, so you want to do what Cardi B did, go right ahead, play it, but you got to have that bag. You know what I'm saying? And you got to take time out of your schedule to go to court appearance, go to trial, and all that type of stuff. So, we ain't worried about no lawsuit like that. All right. Who gives a darn? If you send us cease and desist, we will put it in a frame and we'll continue to do our content. We have gotten multiple cease and desist and we still talk about these people. I ain't gonna give you the press that we got it. We still talk about we still talk about these people. We're not gonna stop because we have put it. I'm not the first to say that Vlad worked with the feds. Tyrese said he worked with the feds. So if he didn't sue Tyrese and Tyrese got a bag, why would you go after somebody that ain't got nowhere near the wealth of Tyrese? So that don't make sense. So Tyrese came out. Again, a lot of y'all don't be on all these platforms. Tyrese, because y'all don't watch a show like that, he came out and he said that Vlad TV works with the feds. He said it. And to this day, Vlad have not sued Tyrese. So why would you bypass Tyrese and you're suing Wiley? That don't make any type of economical sense because you're taking the burden. And let's say you sue for $3 million, you would never get $3 million from Wiley. So it's just stupid. It would be done. But what you would do for Wiley is give Wiley all of this clout, and then Wiley would be the poster child of a critic of Vlad, and he's in the news with Vlad. So when they talk about Vlad, then they would have to talk about Wiley. In return, bring more viewers. The same thing that happened with Tasha. She was able to leverage that, and that's why she was able to be on Wiley now. And there's no telling whatever else she's going to be on in these upcoming days. All right, did I answer that? Okay, and you a new viewer because I never seen you in the comments before. So obviously what we're doing is actually working. Okay, so www.wileytheshow.com. God bless you. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in. Leave us a comment. This was a 2-hour show. We will put the timestamps on each section of the video so you all will know what exactly we talked about because we try to do it in every video. So that's why we put the picture so we can do it each particular topic so y'all can go back and watch the replay. We need your likes. We need your comments. Click that like button. Share with your people. Thank you and God bless you. And we will see y'all in the next video. Peace. All right, let's go down. Okay, here we go.